Winter is almost over, but for some, it didn't feel like it really ever arrived. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says this was the warmest ever on record for the U.S. CNN meteorologist Elisa Raffa is here with more. So, historically speaking, what are we looking at this winter?
Completely unprecedented, Jessica. Something that we have really never seen. I mean, look at the amount of cities that ranked at least top 10, top 5, even top warmest winter on record. Look at all the red dots in the upper Midwest and the Northeast where those cities ranked warmest winter on record. And we had 8 states that hit their warmest winter on record statewide, including all cities in the state. So really just something remarkable. When you look at the headlines from this winter, was 5 degrees above average. We had 26 states ranked top 10 warmest. So when you add in the 8 that were at that #1 spot, we're talking 40 states about in that top 10 mark. February had a 7-degree fever, ranking 3rd warmest on record. And that led to record low levels of ice on the Great Lakes, dropping to 2% in February. Now, we expected this winter to be warm. We have an El Nino going on right now. That's that warm ocean circulation in the Pacific. And that can trigger a warm winter because it kind of plays with our storm track and our jet stream there a little bit. But we do know that that record heat was also made more likely by climate change. This is a graph that shows us the number of days that we had that climate score, that climate fingerprint over 2. And you can see we had about 40 to 50 days of the very warm winter air in the upper Midwest. When you look at that score day by day over winter for a place like Minneapolis, look at all the red and look at how many days were scoring significantly high, 3, 4, 5. That means that that warm winter day was made 3 to 4 to 5 times more likely by climate change. I want to point out the cold snap that we did have in January. You see that gray? That's showing that that very cold air was made 4 to 5 times less likely by climate change because our cold snaps and our cold streaks are getting shorter. And we see that when we look at the map. Look at how many cities find fewer cold snaps. They are less frequent and less extreme since 1970. And that's because we get more warm winter days, more days that are above average across the U.S. You see all those red dots there. Now, why should we care? What are the impacts here? Well, when you have a winter that's warm, when we're adding 2 weeks more warm days, you have insects that are going to start sooner. They can carry more disease. Allergy season starts sooner. You've got the growing season that will start sooner, and that can be a problem for some agriculture that needs chilling time. Also can mean less snow for ski resorts, and that's a problem for businesses and for water reservoirs. Jessica?
All right, a lot to consider there, Elisa Raffa. Thanks for walking us through it.